What's up, crypto fam, and welcome back to Bitcoin Bulletin. Get ready for a rapid-fire update because the market is moving. First up, we've got Vivek Ramaswamy Strive aiming to board the Bitcoin Treasury company with a colossal $1.5 billion raise. This is huge, folks, a game-changer for corporate Bitcoin holdings. Next, we're talking institutional adoption as BlockSpaces officially joins Bitcoin for corporations. They're building the infrastructure for corporate Bitcoin finance, and this move signals a major push for wider integration. We'll break down exactly what this means for the future of Bitcoin in the boardroom. And hold on to your hats, because the $1 million Bitcoin prophecy is gaining serious traction. Wall Street is modeling this insane price target, and we're digging into the S-curve adoption patterns and the flood of institutional money making it all possible. Is Bitcoin truly heading for the stars by 2030? Finally, we'll catch you up on the latest price action. Bitcoin is back above $112,000, and we're looking at potential rebounds for Ethereum and XRP. What's driving these moves, and what can we expect next? Stick around for all the details and make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell on so you never miss an update. Vivek Ramaswamy's Strive eyes massive Bitcoin Treasury status. Get ready, because Vivek Ramaswamy Strive is on the verge of becoming a major player in the Bitcoin Treasury space. The company, through its merger with Asset Entities Inc., is set to launch as the first publicly traded asset management firm structured as a Bitcoin Treasury company. This isn't just talk. They're planning a massive $1.5 billion capital raise, with $750 million secured through a private placement financing and another $750 million potentially available from warrant exercises. This enormous influx of capital is earmarked directly for Bitcoin purchases, positioning Strive to become one of the largest corporate holders of the cryptocurrency almost overnight. The deal, approved by shareholders, sees Matt Cole stepping in as CEO and chairman, with Arshia Sarkani moving to chief marketing officer. This move signifies a growing trend of corporate treasuries embracing Bitcoin as a reserve asset, with Strive aiming to join the ranks of giants like MicroStrategy and Marathon Digital. The market is buzzing with this development, seeing it as a pivotal moment in the mainstream adoption of Bitcoin as a corporate treasury asset. This seismic shift in corporate Bitcoin strategy is just the beginning. But what does this mean for the broader institutional landscape? Prepare yourself for the next big announcement as BlockSpaces joins a crucial initiative for corporate Bitcoin finance. BlockSpaces teams up to drive institutional Bitcoin finance. Big news on the institutional front. BlockSpaces, a company dedicated to building institutional-grade collateral and risk management infrastructure for Bitcoin, has officially joined Bitcoin for corporations as a premier member. This elite group consists of innovative companies and leaders focused on accelerating business adoption of Bitcoin. Since 2018, BlockSpaces has been at the forefront, offering its flagship product, ARCC, which allows institutions to use Bitcoin as programmable collateral. ARCC automates Bitcoin-backed contracts like loans and derivatives using trust-minimized, Bitcoin-native settlement channels. This technology significantly reduces counterparty risk and enables real-time collateral movement and dynamic margin reconciliation. Rosa Shores, co-founder and CEO of BlockSpaces, highlighted that this membership underscores their commitment to delivering Bitcoin-native infrastructure that empowers treasuries and financial institutions. As BlockSpaces expands its ARCC pilot program with hedge funds and digital asset banks, their involvement with Bitcoin for corporations signals a robust future for Bitcoin as programmable financial infrastructure, not just a treasury asset. This collaboration is set to enhance efficiency, reduce risk, and unlock new markets within the global capital ecosystem. But institutional demand isn't just about infrastructure, it's also about the price. Get ready to hear about Bitcoin's potential to hit an astounding 7 figures. We're diving into the prophecy of Bitcoin reaching $1 million by 2030 and the institutional demand that could make it happen. Bitcoin to $1 million, the institutional demand driving the prophecy. Forget the fringe theories. Bitcoin hitting $1 million by 2030 is now a serious discussion in Wall Street corner offices. Analysts are comparing its adoption curve to gold in the 70s and the internet in the 90s, especially with the green light from spot Bitcoin ETFs. This isn't just speculative buying. It's a strategic move as governments grapple with debt and global instability, making Bitcoin's fixed 21 million supply incredibly attractive as a decentralized store of value. The approval of spot Bitcoin ETFs in early 2024 was the critical catalyst, providing a regulated on-ramp for major players like BlackRock and Fidelity. BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust alone now holds an astonishing $83 billion, demonstrating how institutional plumbing has made Bitcoin accessible and safe for large-scale investment. This influx is transforming a 15% Bitcoin allocation from a gamble to standard procedure, especially given its low correlation with traditional assets. Simple economics, a fixed supply meeting exploding demand, is at play. The Bitcoin halving mechanism, which reduces new coin creation, is now colliding with massive institutional inflows. Companies like MicroStrategy, now Strategy Inc., have amassed vast Bitcoin reserves, fueling price models that predict a vertical climb. Even more aggressive predictions, like ARK Invest's $2.4 million target by 2030, are rooted in this institutional fuel. The final piece could be sovereign nations seeking alternatives to the US dollar, with countries like Norway and Abu Dhabi reportedly entering the market. While challenges remain, the conversation has fundamentally shifted, marking the dawn of Bitcoin's institutional era. While the long-term outlook is explosive, let's check in on the immediate market action and see where Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP stand right now. Get the latest price updates as Bitcoin reclaims a key level and altcoins eye a midweek rebound. Bitcoin surges past $112,000 amidst ETF inflows and rate cut hopes. Bitcoin is back in the spotlight, reclaiming the crucial $112,000 mark this Wednesday after a brief dip. The market sentiment is buoyant, with bulls looking for a sustained breakout above $113,000 to confirm their grip. This resurgence is fueled by a combination of factors, including renewed institutional interest in Ethereum, evidenced by $44 million in inflows into ETH spot ETFs on Tuesday, with BlackRock's ETHA leading the charge. Bitcoin ETFs also saw a healthy $23 million in inflows on Tuesday, breaking a short outflow streak. Retail interest in XRP is also heating up, with futures open interest showing strong conviction for a rebound towards its previous highs. The driving force behind Bitcoin's strength appears to be a mix of growing retail enthusiasm and optimism that the Federal Reserve might cut interest rates on September 17th, especially with recent data hinting at a weakening U.S. labor market. Technically, Bitcoin shows a bullish MACD signal and a recovering RSI, pointing towards potential upside towards $120,000. Ethereum is holding steady above its 50-day EMA, though still below its all-time high, with a neutral RSI indicating market indecision. XRP bulls are pushing against resistance at $3, supported by a bullish MACD and a steady RSI. Token launches, exchange listings, and macroeconomic events like Fed rate decisions continue to be key influencers in this dynamic market. That's all the top news for today, but we're not done yet. Stick around for a super fast recap of all these massive stories and make sure you're subscribed. And that's a wrap on today's Bitcoin Bulletin. We saw Vivek Ramaswamy Strive aiming for a $1.5 billion Bitcoin Treasury raise, BlockSpaces joining the institutional Bitcoin finance push, the exciting prophecy of Bitcoin hitting $1 million by 2030 fueled by massive institutional demand, and Bitcoin reclaiming $112,000 with Ethereum and XRP eyeing rebounds. If you got value from this update, smash that like button, subscribe to Bitcoin Bulletin for more essential crypto news, hit the notification bell so you never miss a beat, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Follow us on all social platforms for real-time updates. We'll see you tomorrow.